Imagine someone in your family sitting on the street begging for money in bitter cold conditions. According to the city of Fargo, around 450 people are homeless on a given night. Homelessness can affect anyone, but one good deed from you can change a person's life forever. All three of us have volunteered, have been on mission trips, and have seen homelessness at firsthand. In this speech, we are going to be discussing why homelessness is a problem, what is causing it, and how you can make a difference. To begin with the problem of homelessness, I will be discussing how homelessness is affecting the community. According to endhomelessness.org, in January of 2015, over 560,000 people are homeless on a given night. Of that 560,000, 206,000 were in families. 83,000 were considered chronically homeless, which means an unaccompanied homeless person with a disabling condition that is homeless for 1 year or more. And 8% of that 560,000 are veterans. Each year, the taxpayers spend on average around $40,000 per homeless person. A lot of this money is going towards hospitalization, medical treatment, incarceration, police intervention, and emergency shelters. Homelessness also causes many health risks. A lot of homeless people are unsanitary and can contract as well as spread diseases very easily due to being on the streets and to the lack of healthcare availability. Homelessness also impacts crime rates in a drastic way. A lot of homeless people's time served is a result of laws targeting the homeless population, like loitering, sleeping in cars, and begging. Homeless people also vary in age. 50% of the homeless population is over the age of 50. Over 110,000 of the homeless population are youth. Now that you know a little bit about the problem of homelessness, I'm going to pass it on over to Leo so he can talk to you about some of the causes of homelessness.
Thank you, Zach. As he stated, homelessness is a huge community issue that we should all care about. Now I'm going to talk about some of the causes. That way we know what these people go through. Largely the biggest cause of homelessness has to be chronic mental illness. According to the CDC, of the 136,000 homeless veterans in 2009, 53% of them had a chronic mental illness. To exemplify this, I'm going to tell you a story. It's a true story about one of my family members. My uncle was a priest in the late 90s and early 2000s, and after 9/11 he decided it'd be a good idea to join the Marine Corps as a chaplain. He served 2 tours in Iraq and came back, and he was suffering from severe PTSD. He couldn't hold down a job, and for a time he was homeless on the streets. That was until he moved in with his mother, my grandmother, and he stayed there for about 10 years until a few years ago when he finally got a job with the TSA here at the airport in Fargo. Now he has his own house and he's doing fine. He's largely recovered from his mental illness. And it just goes to show that people who are homeless can recover, they just need a little extra help along the way. Other causes of homelessness include things such as traumatic events. These include events such as a house fire or job loss. I mean, we've all heard the stories of people losing their jobs and losing their home. Other events are personal crises. These include things such as domestic abuse and divorce. According to endhomelessness.org, survivors of domestic violence are often isolated from support networks and financial resources by their abusers. This puts them at a huge risk of becoming homeless. As a result, they may lack steady income, employment history, credit history, all that things that you need to maintain a career. They also suffer from anxiety, panic, major depression, and substance abuse, which brings me to the last cause that I'm going to talk about, which is addiction challenges, largely drug and alcohol abuse. According to alcoholrehab.com, it is believed that about 38% of homeless people suffer from alcohol addiction and 26% regularly use drugs. And now that we've discussed everything that causes homelessness, I'm going to pass it over to Mike, and he's going to talk about what we as college students and we as a community can do to help. Mike.
Thanks, Zach, for talking about the causes of homelessness, and now I'll be talking about how you can, as a college student, can become a part of the solution. There's many ways that you can go out and help. Volunteering is the largest part as a college student that you can do. There's several organizations in town. There's the New Life Center, which is a male homeless shelter that's downtown. There's the YWCA that has headquarters in South Fargo. And then almost any church that you go to, you can go and talk to somebody at the desk, and they can find a place for you to volunteer and help these people that need your help. And according to churchesunited.org, they only employ 13 full-time employees, 4 part-time employees, and they rely on the help of 4,000 volunteers to do the work in their community that we need. And we often hear the excuses of college students, oh, we don't have any money, so we can't go out and help these people. Well, as college students, we often have a lot of spare time that we can use it to the best of our abilities. It not only benefits you as a person, but it also benefits the people that you're helping. You can get a couple friends together, kind of make it a social event, and it looks great on resumes, and when you're applying for jobs, they'll look for what you have done in your community to help out others. And these are all great opportunities for you to go out and change someone's life for the better, and your help can make the difference in someone's life. Today we discussed what homelessness is and why it's a problem. We also discussed what causes homelessness and what you can do as a person to go out and help. So now I'm asking you, go out, volunteer, find a clothing drive, go into your closet, try to find a few items that you haven't touched, and go out and donate those items, because somebody can use that more than what you're using it. And as Mother Teresa said, we sometimes think poverty is only being hungry, naked, and homeless. The poverty of being unwanted, unloved, and uncared for is the greatest poverty.